Pet World, a Roblox simulator game with pets that once reached over 7,000 players, but just about 2 months later can't even get to 100 players anymore. The game was canceled by the owner, saying it wasn't making enough money to pay off the development and therefore won't be worked on anymore. But what actually happened to the game is the question I will answer in this video. So let's start by firstly seeing what the game even is, what it has to offer for the players, and why did it even reach thousands of concurrent players in the first place. So the game at first looks pretty fine. It's colorful and seems decently made. The game has inventory with pets, different items and potions, as well as eggs and gifts. Next up, you got exclusive shop with many game passes and some developer products, like you got exclusive eggs and different packs that would get you different stuff. But one of the most advertised features of the game is that it's extremely free to play. The reason why they say that is because you can get Robux tokens for free, or to be more specific, 1 token every 10 minutes of you playing. Now, since I barely played the game, I can't show it myself, but the tokens act just like Robux. But overall, the game is just your average simulator game. There's not really anything that unique that would keep the players want to continue playing. Going outside the game, the creator of it is a studio called Izak Studios. And as you would expect, the owner of it is someone named Izak. Now, he's not a new developer or anything. He's been a dev for a few years now. If you check the studio, you will only find a game called Every Simulator, which is discontinued now. And if you check the YouTube channel, you will only find stuff related to Pet World. And if you go to the studio's Twitter page, you will also find only Pet World-related posts. But there were actually way more games that he made before this. So Izak is someone who made many bubblegum simulator games, such as Modded and so on. About 3 years ago, he made one of the first, if not the first game, which was a modded bubblegum simulator. Back then, I even made a video on it, and he left a comment on my video. Did not expect to use almost a 3-year-old comment for a video. So the problem starts here. It seems like he doesn't really want people to know fact that he used to make bubblegum rip-off games before, where he would steal assets from Rumble Studios to make money, since those games did have game passes as well. Why would you delete your past games like that? Or even if it wasn't him, but instead Rumble Studios, there's a good reason to it. Rumble Studios do not really like Izak for that, obviously. Recently, after Pet World was canceled, Izak tried to reopen a game called Bubblegum Haven, which is yet another bubblegum simulator game by him, but it caused too much drama, so he closed it back pretty quickly. So basically, the background of Izak isn't the best, and it just makes him look worse since he pretty much made money by stealing other developers' work. And those money were used to create Pet World, pretty much. But this video is about Pet World, right? There's some weird stuff going on as well. As I said earlier in the video, the game was canceled because it wasn't making enough money to profit, apparently. So Izak made an announcement saying that Pet World won't be updated anymore. Seems like something any developer should do, right? Well, there is one issue. So the developer that works for Izak actually found out about this only when he read the public post. So Izak didn't even tell the developer that the game won't be updated anymore, which is really weird because the developer was about to start working on Christmas event. The developer gave his reaction in Rumble Studios Discord server after someone mentioned him. Not the best way of finding out that a game you work for is getting canceled, but it doesn't stop there. So about the reason of the game being canceled. According to Izak, a game with 2,000 of average concurrent players do not make enough money to pay. You know how many people? Just one? Izak has just one developer working for him. I'm sure he doesn't need to pay the management, composer, and analytics part, or at least not as much since developer does most of the work in this case. How much do you think a 2,000 concurrent player game would be making? According to a Roblox developer, you could make $1,000 from a 100 concurrent players game, or at least that's the average. So with some math, a 2,000 concurrent players game would probably get you around $15,000 to $30,000 a month, which is about 4 to 8 million Robux a month. It all depends on how the game is monetized, of course, but a game like Pet World would definitely fall somewhere there. So the question is, How is $20,000 a month not enough to keep up a game where you only need to pay one single developer mainly? And this was only counting when if the game had 2,000 of concurrent players, but it did have even more before, so the amount of money would be way higher. But where does all of the Robux go if it's not enough to pay just one developer? Well, the answer is games. Isaac spends a lot of Robux on different games. Back in October, when Pets Go released, he spent over 2 million of Robux on Double Luck. He even ended up getting the first ever Hippo Milan in the game with #1 cereal. But that's not all, of course. Even after Pet World being canceled in late November due to it making too little money, he continued to spend Robux. In Pet Simulator 99, you could see messages of him getting Titanic pets, and that's probably not even close to the total amount of Robux he spent not only in Pet Simulator, but on Roblox overall. So it seems like the reason behind Pet World's cancellation is probably not because the game wasn't making enough money, but instead because someone might have become a little too addicted on spending Robux. So not only a lot of money is spent on other games without thinking about paying the developer, but the developer himself, who's again, the only developer Isaac has, wasn't even informed about the game being canceled before making the public post. And Isaac have made many games before, as I said, and they usually wouldn't really live for long. Like, for example, Bubblegum Mayhem, which was completely deleted just 4 months after it came out. Bubblegum Haven didn't live long either, and returning it didn't help. So now they are working on a new game, which this time doesn't seem to be yet another simulator game with pets, but instead some kind of anime game. It's called Anime Eternals. And I have a strong feeling that game will probably stop being updated a few months after it releases, just like how it happened to every other game from Isaac. So in this case, I would not recommend trusting him with the games, at least seeing what happened with the past ones. When Pet World was about to come out, people didn't really like it as much. Lied You, who's also a part of management in Isaac's studio, was promoting the game in Twitter, but later on deleted the post. Possibly because of the reaction people had, which wasn't really positive. And now, after Pet World was canceled, you can see the huge downfall of player count, going from 2,000 to just around 100 in about 2 weeks, since if the game won't be updated, there's no real big reason to actually play it when you got other similar games. But what do you think about Pet World? Do you think the game could have actually gotten more players if Isaac decided to keep updating it, or would it end up the same way but after longer time period? Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I would appreciate it. You can watch one of these videos while waiting for a new one. They are good too. Make sure to join my Discord server. You can chat with me and other members. The link is in description, and I will see you soon.